Now, I've talked a lot in recent weeks and months about how funny it is to watch Ron DeSantis' campaign go down in flames, and it is fun. I enjoy it. The man is a fascist and absolutely deserves to see his presidential campaign become one of the worst and most mocked in recent history. But apparently, I'm not the only one that had predicted this was going to happen. Apparently, at least 30 people who have worked with Ron DeSantis in the past, both while he was governor and while he was serving in the U.S. House of Representatives, according to a new report, they all expected this to happen too. Let me read you this. These are Republicans who worked with Ron DeSantis at one point, and they're all saying the same thing. Again, the same thing I've been saying for a year and a half, 2 years now, that yeah, guy get on a national stage, he's going to go down in flames. Here's what they say. According to former Florida GOP Chairman Joe Gruters, the more he is met by people, the more they're not going to like him. The more he's out there, the more his numbers go down. It's not a good long-term scenario for him. I fully expected the downfall of his campaign a long time ago. And, it's just funny because I'm pretty sure I've said those exact words in recent weeks. So it's good to hear that me and the Republicans actually agree on something. The Washington Post reports interviews with more than 30 people in Florida and Washington who worked closely with DeSantis, many of whom spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe their interactions with him, indicate that expectations were lower among some who knew him closely in Tallahassee, and that they always expected the candidate to be the challenge. The report adds, in interviews, Florida Republicans described an aloof governor who believed in sticks and no carrots, according to a senior Florida official, and whose idea of negotiating was, quote, my way or the highway, in the words of another. An insular governor who infrequently talked to some senior members in his own cabinet, including his top law enforcement officials or other leading Republicans. A congressman who seemed to avoid any opportunity to make friends with others in the delegation. A politician who rarely tried to connect with donors and supporters and seemed to not enjoy being around crowds or attending events. I get it. Not gonna lie, a lot of those things would probably describe me as well. I'm not a people person. I'm just not. I don't like to be rude or anything. Like, if somebody talks to me, I will definitely talk back and be nice, but I'm not the one to go out there and initiate the conversations. I'm not going to go around and be like, hey, how's everybody doing today? Oh, what's up? Yeah, good to see you. I don't have that, and I see people who do all the time. The problem is, for DeSantis, he's running for a higher office. I'm not, right? I can have those personality traits, and it doesn't affect my job. It doesn't affect my well-being. It's not going to prevent something good from happening to me. DeSantis, it is. You can't be, this quasi-antisocial person, not saying he has antisocial personality, but you can't be non-social and expect to win these jobs. But also, unlike DeSantis, I'm not super weird, constantly wiping my nose all over my face and then shaking people's hands and then doing that fake laugh. You look crazy because you don't know how to interact with people. And that's hurting you. But these people say we all predicted it, even though some of them, of course, have actually endorsed him. They just did so knowing that this campaign is going nowhere because Ron DeSantis is apparently just the most unlikable guy in politics today. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.